This video is brought to you by the lovely sponsors below. Thank you so much for your support. Welcome, fellow masters. My name is Musaki from County of Gurus, and welcome back to our servant overview, Shimousa edition. We've gone over Assassin, and we've gone over Archer. So let's get into our runner-up on this banner. You've seen her once before, and once more she shall answer. It's the Eastern swordswoman herself, the much-beloved Musashi Miyomoto. Much like we've done before, this overview will just be a look at her gameplay-wise, and not take into account any waifu viewpoint. Now with that out of the way, let's just jump into it. Starting off, her deck is the first thing we should note about her. She strays in the normal saber deck of double buster, double arts for the Berserker's triple buster deck. Coming in with a good 12,000 attack without grails, this works out very well for her so far. Her attack stat is able to complement her buster cards properly. Moving on from a little bit about her stats, we'll go into her skills. Her first skill is both a good and bad skill, depending on how well or how badly you use it. Fifth Form is a unique skill that doubles your hit count on all cards aside from Noble Phantasm for one turn. This skill, in the right circumstances, is very powerful, but it comes with a drawback. It doubles your hit count at the cost of losing 50% of your damage while it's active, though it does give you some of that back with the skill. At level 10, it'll only give you 30% of your damage back, which is very important, as you still lose out on 20% of all damage for that turn. 20% may not seem like much when doubling hit count, as that equals more damage. Those hits are reduced in damage too, so depending on how you use the skill, you may end up doing less damage than if you hadn't used the skill at all. Overall, it's not a bad skill, it's actually very creative, but one that certainly shouldn't be used without thinking ahead. Her second skill is much cleaner on where it stands, and is a very good one. It applies a 30 to 50% buster up and ignore invulnerability for one turn. A great damage steroid and can work well with her first skill in certain situations, depending on the level of course. With her deck being triple buster, this 50% increase is incredibly good and synergizes well with what she has so far. Her third skill gives her a little bit of survivability. She gives herself invul for one turn, removes her debuffs, and increases her crit star generation for 3 turns. The debuff clear is nice, and the invul too for obvious reasons. Her generation though is a little questionable. With only one quick card and only hitting 3 times at that, she won't be generating very many stars. Also taking into account her saber star gen stats, her first skill can slightly fix this, but only for one turn. Would you really use it on star gen? Overall, a very good survivability skill with questionable utility aspect to it. Her Noble Phantasm is a single target buster that hits very hard. Her overcharge is a Noble Phantasm damage up that activates before damage is done, scaling from 20% to 60%. Once the damage is done and you have hit the target successfully, it removes all buffs from the opponent. Combined with her 50% buster up alone, her Noble Phantasm is extremely powerful, landing her in the upper echelon of single target sabers. Let's talk about some CE recommendations. There are several ways to play Musashi. Limiter over 0 is always an option for busters, same with Victor of the Moon Cell and Verdant Sound of Destruction. However, the time of Shimousa's release will land it around the time Halloween should be. In Halloween 3, we will receive Aerial Drive, a craft essence that increases buster performance, Noble Phantasm damage, and gives you starting Noble Phantasm charge. If you want a classic buster stable highlighting Musashi's strength, this is the CE for you. And it's free. Just a note on team compositions. In our video, How to Set Up Your Team Buster Edition, we go over how to properly set up a buster composition, and go into much better detail on who you can pair Musashi up with. While it will not feature Musashi specifically, it will give you the ideology you will need in making a buster team. Whether using her for the unique skill or her raw damage output, Musashi Miyomoto is powerful no matter how you slice and dice it. Though surprisingly, she isn't the best one on this banner. So, not the 5-star. Then who? Why don't you let me know in the comments below who you think is number 1 on this banner. And as usual, don't forget to like, hit that subscribe button, and ring that bell so you can be notified when we upload next. My name is Musaki from County of Gurus, and we're logging out. See ya.